Can't you get everybody together?
Oh my God! Getting
Rally the
15 big personalities at the table at one time is pain in the butt. I had to break this guy away from my date.
Where's Bree?
Okay. So, I apologize that I had to break people away from doing what they're doing. I know a lot of you guys are hungry. You haven't eaten. You're milking cows and making drinks and relaxing and stuff like that. I hate to do this right now, but it has to get done right now. And what we got to do is put up the person that's the 3 for replacement. One of them is going to go now.
Right now.
Right now. It's that easy. So what I want to do, I'm going to bring them one in at a time. I'm going to stand them right in front of us, right there, and I'm going to let them speak their mind, why they think they should be here, what they've done, and what they're planning on doing going forward in this utopian experience, okay? I'm going to start, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Bree, I'm going to bring Bella, and I'm going to try to bring in Red, okay? So let's kick this thing off, all right? Get it done. All right, I'm going to bring the first one in. So just so you know how it goes, they're going to talk, they're going to leave, we're going to talk, we're going to vote, final.
Do you bring them all back in together?
No.
At the end,
Yeah.
and let them know.
Yeah.
Hey, Craig. I wasn't expecting that.
This is like a vaccination.
Bree!
thing. I'm freaking out.
Bree!
It's weird needles.
I'm not sure what that means.
You need to get a tetanus shot. Oh my God.
I thought it was like, check under your seat and see if you want a prize. Let's see. No, nothing there. No gifts, no car.
Oh, yeah.
That's something.
Say, this is kind of serious for me, Josh. I couldn't wait till tomorrow.
So nice to be serious.
I wish I could say I
Just cut
didn't
off
see this
short.
coming.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Sheesh.
It's coming and
I
more.
just want to be
Comes
cruel.
the little boots of thunder.
It's in front of the sink, okay? So just right about here, and let us know why you want to be here, and just give us what's in your heart.
I'm actually pretty nervous right now.
Speak up.
I'm actually like really nervous right now, and I don't really know what to say. But well, first off, I want to thank all of you for your love and support, and especially in the past few weeks. I know things have been really hard, especially for me. And I don't want to cry. I know at first you guys put all your trust in me, especially with the barn. Do so appropriately, and I know we took a stumble because of me, and that falls on me, and I take full responsibility to that, and I'm so sorry, guys. That was my fault. I really want to be here with all of you, and I have so many things I want to do here. Bricinos for one. I want to share that with the world. Ceramic, those little messages in a bottle. You know, well, I don't know where I was going with that. But I guess I just want to really just thank you guys for all of your love and support these past couple of days. You know, I really reached out to a lot of you, and I still thank you. Nikki, thank you. And, you know, just wanted to apologize for mistakes I've made in the past, and I guess hopefully moving forward, you know, I've learned how to ask for help when I need it, and I feel like that's really important. And also, I've actually grown a lot, especially in the last week, since being here. You guys have taught me how to take responsibility and accountability for my actions, and I feel like I've grown 40 years in the past week. Thank you guys for that. I don't know what else to say.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bree. Appreciate it. Come on. We'll be all right. on up, darling. It's got to be hard.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine standing here in front of everybody and having to do this?
On 2 minutes notice.
Yeah, it's got to be hard. I wouldn't want to do it. I'd probably cry, like her. What's that, Bella? The floor is yours. Tell us why you feel you should be here.
Oh my gosh. Wow, this is nerve-wracking. Oh my goodness. First of all, I just want to say thank you for having me here, and the fact that I'm where I am right now, giving you this speech, or whatever you want to call it, has really opened my eyes and helped me learn so much about myself. And I'm here to learn about myself, and that's why I came here. And I appreciate everybody's support and everybody's feedback. And it's really helped me grow. And I'll be honest, the last couple of days where I've been painting have been the best 2 days of Utopia for me. So, and I'm sure that if you're anything like me, we want to live in a peaceful place. I've realized that this isn't about the way I was in the beginning. This is about just being peaceful and enjoying each other's company and energy and letting people evolve naturally instead of forcing things to happen, including myself. And I just want to thank each and every one of you, no matter what happens tonight, for giving me that gift. Because, as you know, I haven't lived with anyone other than my 2 cats in the last 10 years. So to have 14 roommates is very difficult for me, but really a huge learning experience. And I just want to thank y'all for having me and teaching me so much. And what I have to offer Utopia is my artwork, my peace of mind, and my friendship. And I appreciate y'all teaching me how to be a friend, because I'm learning how to do that too, as you know. So I just want to thank y'all so much for letting me share that. And I don't really know what else to say other than I really want to stay. Before I didn't. I know I've walked out a couple of times, but after being here and seeing how supportive everybody's been the last couple of days, when I'm not the garden Nazi, I think makes a huge difference, and that is my Utopia. So thank you so much.
Thanks,
Okay.
Thanks, Bella.
All right. Thanks.
No promises on the third one, but I'll see what's going on.
Are we good to talk?
Just hold off for a sec.
You can start in the Alright, that's good.
I wasn't expecting Bella to come here and make me feel like that. Like, I genuinely was like, yo. Yeah, act like, yeah.
That's good.
She got me on that
She
one.
didn't cry.
Yeah, well, actually, I appreciated it.
I
It was,
haven't
like, it was
actually
very,
met
it
someone
felt
she was
extremely genuine, like,
I was pleasant.
from the heart. I mean, all the Bella stuff has been from the heart, you know what I mean? But that was, like, legit.
That was the most genuinely ever.
Yeah. It made me feel bad to vote for her.
Gotta go in sober.
Lightning, please.
Just stand right
All
here.
right.
Jurassic
Exciting
Park.
night. How's everybody doing this evening? Good. Doing good? Everybody ready to make some decisions? I make sure we got the food order in for the cattle. Did we get them fed? The grain? Awesome, cool. Well, I want to start off saying that yes, we have to have communal living here. We all know this. It's a small place. There's 15 people here. Now, the way I see it, I think that we could find a way to give each and every one of us their individual freedoms as well. I don't think that's an impossible task. I fully intend on giving my part for everything that we do. I have a lot to offer. We're going to need some more electrical work here. I'm your man for the job. Heck, may need some bow mechanic done. I'm the man for the job. Something happens to Josh, God forbid, I can pick up and be the man for the job. I have a lot to offer, and I do want to help progress this project forward. But I also want to have some individuality freedom as well. I'm not saying I want to be fully away from the group, because we have to be a group. But I just like to see us all have some kind of compromise. I think Blondie over there and Chef both also see there needs to be some individuality. If I'd known that prior to the vote, I would have never voted against you, and that's a fact. Josh, me and him has had a word a time or two, but Josh is one of my close friends here. Is that not true? I don't hold grudges. I don't hold no grudge against this man over here.
Neither do I.
You know, I think Doc's a wonderful person, great doctor. Mama Bear, can't wait to see Baby Bear win and lose her jaw. Chris, good man. Lawyer, I love her debates, brother. Butter lady, best butter ever. We got the newest member here. He's quiet, but he's got a good common sense to him. Peaceful thinking when you chat with him. With that said, if we can come to grips on having both individual freedoms and group togetherness, we can get her done. I don't know how it's to be any more straightforward. I'm not one to kiss butt, you know. Of course, I'm going to fight for what I believe in, but I may have fought a little hard here and there at times. I get my red hair honestly, and I'll try to work on that. No matter how this goes, that's something I have learned here. But I'm pretty sure every one of you all knows exactly how I feel about you, because I don't hide things such as that. So with that being said, the ball's in your all's court. Make your decisions, and like I said before, I won't hold no grudges either way.
Appreciate that, man.
Thank you, Red.
Thanks, Red.
Thanks, Red.
Thank you.
You mean? Hope that goes out well. When of the drive, got some stripes over there for that rum. Brother,
Yeah.
we still tight, man.
All right, Bubba.
You know it, girl.
Thanks, Red.
You mean? Keep working hard, bro. Get that first beer with the bow, girl. Have a newest screen.
You want to wait on the rockers?
Huh?
You want to wait on the rockers?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brig. Well, there it is, all three of them. So now we have a decision to make. I'll start. We can just go around the table.
No,
We
it's
don't,
okay, Travis.
we don't need to get up, but everyone can say their piece, let everyone else hear it, and give their vote. For me, it's simple. It's red. I just don't think this is this place for him. I don't think that he has a fight in him, but I don't believe it's a rational fight. I think he picks the wrong fights. I think if he looked at it differently, there's some things that he says that I could get behind, for sure. But let's not forget how many times he's walked out on us. Let's not forget how many times he's yelled and stomped his boots. Let's not forget how many times he's torn stuff off the wall. Let's not forget that we're doing this right now because of him. Some of you may agree with that choice, some may not. I respect all your choices, but mine is for Red. And I'm gonna sit down. So we can go around the table. Aaron or Mike, which one you want to start first?
That was actually a little harder than I thought it was, because I mean, we all know how we feel about Red, Bella, and Bree. But when I do mine, I do it with like a real thought behind it, and I only base it off of pros and cons. And Bella and Red, for me, their cons outweighed their pros. But in the last few days, like, Bella has turned that around. I mean, crazy. So I know I voted for her the first time around, but she's not getting my vote, and I don't see Bree as being a hindrance in anything right now. Right now, I just Red. I just, like he said, he's irrational. He's a smart guy sometimes. He makes a lot of logical decisions, but he doesn't think about the aftermath. You know, like, do we really want somebody in here that's going to do that kind of stuff, that's going to blow up on us all the time, who, like, when we come up to a decision, just say, screw the rest of the group? You know, like, I can do what I want to do. This is like a group place, individuality that he keeps calling out. It's just like completely different. You can be your own person in the group, and then you can be your own person outside of the group. I think that's what Red prefers. I just don't think this is the place for him. So Red's got my vote.
Now, if it was hot, now I'd be like,
For me, I think it's no secret that I
liquor,
He
you
knows
drink
I
would
won't
like to see
drink.
more
He knows I won't
individuality here,
smoke.
but
So what does he
individuality
do?
within the group, like he said.
cookies.
Sugar on the
There
top.
you go,
You almost got me hooked on those.
But I was given no.
For that and represent that better than he did. So for me, just because of his irrational behavior and misrepresentation of that ideal that I have, it's going to be Red.
In the past few days, I know Red's really, like, you know, he wants to let you know that he's trying hard, and
Them cookies, because I know that was part of what was making people cranky. Everybody's sugar levels was going down.
And it was like, what, 103 degrees?
104 some days.
and unfortunately, I know Bella's become a better person the past few days, but she's not become a better person for Utopia. And painting all day is great. I wish I could paint all day. But it's not going to help us. It's not hard work. It's not something that I believe should be so congratulated like you guys are congratulating. It's not the greatest thing in the world. Red, yes, he's crazy. He's Red, but he's a good man, and he really does want to look out for us as well as himself. And this is a learning experience for everybody. And
I know you do. You're so lucky.
We'll all see each other again.
Right now, I'm torn because I think Red is a great asset here. If he picks up a tool or not, he has a lot of knowledge in different areas. And based off the last 30 days, I wish I can stick to my original vote, which was Bree, just based off the terms that we were given and what we were supposed to do and accomplish. However, what just transpired in the last hour after having conversations, I see a cycle it's not being broken up. And that's unfortunate, because once someone says they're going to change, at least give it a day or two, not an hour. And so that really changed my mind now. Yeah.
I don't know about you all.
Oh, goodness, man. Yeah,
I'm scared.
my vote is for Red.
Can you skip me? And then if I need to vote, I'll vote.
You need to what?
I'd rather skip unless I need to vote. I don't want to.
We're all doing it. You need to vote.
Okay, then I'll wait. I'm still thinking.
Okay, that's not a problem. Ernesto?
Emotionally, and I'm just glad we did. I'm really glad we did because you're so sweet and we have so much to offer the group. See, you can help people in groups so much better when you
Not on, anything other than performance.
each other up. And, I will never yell at you. I didn't realize it hurt
As
you
I
so
explained it
much.
before,
I
if
thought
I'm
we talked
choosing
about it and moved on, but apparently it's
all-star,
okay. It still hurt you. Trying to get along, Your glasses are crooked. You're so cute. There you go. You're so cute. You're like crying. Your glasses are like.
Similarly with Beth, she understands that she's made mistakes in the past.
There you go. You got some smiles on your face. You got some smiles on your faces.
How's your finger, Ed?
It's gonna be fine. I just gotta
Okay.
keep getting it checked on.
Good.
Pain, but as soon as it's both over with, I have another pain pill, so it won't be hurting. I just did a loopy for a while.
You're lucky. I wish I could.
Don't feel like we are giving him that same respect here, regardless of how.
You feel it.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't.
y'all send me a drink.
Not a
I don't like it. I like
I've
keeping
never-
that's why I don't really drink, but I drink.
Well, I think everybody knows that from day one I've had kind of fun with Red, and he's an amazing guy. He does contribute a lot, but I think we've all noticed that, like we've all said, this is a continuing cycle, and I don't see it stopping. And we're here for one reason, and that's to be a unified group, and we all work together.
Prescription drugs?
He's going to speak his mind. He stands up for what he believes in. I believe there is hope and change for her. I just hope she can do it. I think she lives a lifestyle that none of us can relate to. And I hope that she can learn and change. But I don't see her as an asset moving forward.
I really need a pee.
Has a very extensive skill set. He's been able to plug himself into many different areas around here.
You're gonna be okay.
Things make us take steps backwards, and it doesn't matter how useful you are. I'd rather have somebody who is more stagnant and static than somebody who's making us take a step backwards. steps in the wrong direction, having to kowtow. We've kowtowed multiple. From day one, we have kowtowed because he has a huge presence and a huge voice.
What scares people?
That's the one thing. Little temper, big temper.
You're such a tiny man, but you're so scary. I see you walk up and was like, oh, Red.
I know, I like grab the computer and run. Take everything breakable off the
But
table.
have I hit anybody? No. Have I even threatened anybody? No.
But just the other stuff, it's just as scary.
I'm a troll. I'm a gremlin in the mischief.
I guess for me, the way to run a government is not by allowing the squeaky wheel to get the oil. And I believe a lot of us are very smart here, and we could game each other and get what we want.
I got a
Who was that?
report menthols.
On that stump, I think.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, don't go smoking just yet. Just wait.
There's two.
Red! What is it? It's almost like finding treasure. What is it, Red?
There's another one there too.
Oh, that's hacks.
That should be alright. I'll give her some money. She owes me $1 and that's that. Some tobacco or something. Should be alright. Couple quick puffs and then we'll run back.
Or he didn't consider. So highlighting his skills every day, multiple times a day, didn't do it for me. You know, I went down to the barn a couple of early mornings and
You're crazy, Red.
at it, but I'll try it 150%. And I know people here are willing to do it just to have some peace of mind throughout the day. Is it going to solve our problems by removing one of these 3 people? Not at all. Any of us, I believe, are expendable. But if I can have a little bit more peace of mind that the 14 of us aren't going to be tricked every day or every few days, then I'm happy with it. And I know Red isn't the only one pulling wool over people's eyes, but he, to me, is the most apparent one. With that said, I don't want to beat him up. I think he's just using his talents.
I'll sit over here. I love you from afar.
Okay.
There you go, the sugar. Cleanse. And molecules get in the person's sinuses and lungs, and it's just like you smoked a cigarette. It's like secondhand smoke. That's okay, baby. You're too young and pretty to be smoking.
Oh, I know.
You should try and quit, or maybe think about maybe, you
My
know,
boo-boo wants me to quit.
quit while you're here. It's a great place to do it.
I started when I'm here.
I was really surprised by America voting for her. And
I think because of everything going on, me and you, me and Chris, I started, Okay.
It's about the different things that could have caused that to happen. I also asked her questions in front of or applaudable. And one of the things that we really talked about was accountability. And letting her know that if she doesn't know something, that it's okay to say that she doesn't know it. Same goes for all of us. And, you know, we sat on the porch today and talked some more, and, you know, we're trying to decide if here was the best place for her to grow or outside. And I told her at the end of that conversation is I still can't promise you if I'm not going to vote for you. And then today, I also wanted to talk to Red, and I did. And we were sitting up by the Goddess Circle area, and we started talking about what this experiment meant to each of us. There were a few people there. And his definition was very different from the three of us. And it kind of hit me that maybe this is not the right place for him. Not because of who he is, but because his idea of what this is different. And after kind of us having the conversation, and it did dawn on me that this isn't the place for Red, not because of his skill set or anything else, or just because I think 14 of us think this is one experiment. He thinks that this is another experiment. And if none of us are if all of us are not aligned in what this process is, it's not going to be a success. So that said, Red is my choice.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything? No? Okay. So, everybody got their piece. By my count, it was 9 for Red, 1 for Bella, 2 for Bree. So, that's it. Red's the one being replaced. I'm going to bring them all in, let them know. We'll say our goodbyes, and then Red will leave. You guys, you want to come on in?
I'm not ready.
It's 8:30 now.
So, we all spoke. This is a very... You guys good?
We're good.
We're good.
All right. This was a very positive meeting. It wasn't someone being thrown to the lions or anything like that. All of you are loved here. All of you. But after the vote, Red, it's your time, my friend.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
I voted for you.
Thank you, girl. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Thanks for teaching me things, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
There's your good man. Your big man.
Yeah, man.
Where's my card?
You wasn't in line.
I was there.
You broke your sister. But hey, what can I say? You can't fix them.
Shut up.
Yes, sir. Right to this big smile. It's just not my project, man. Just not my project.
That's what I explained to everyone. I'm really happy we had that talk out there. And
That's
I
why
think
we
that
had
opened
that
your
talk.
eyes too.
Yep. Yep. This is not my project, man. So, yeah, man. Hey, what I say? Told you he's gonna be fine, not to worry. Huh? I told you he's gonna be fine, not to worry. Thank you all. This is what I wanted for real. This is just not my. You know what I'm saying? It's not what I thought it was going to be when I got into this. You know, I thought we was going to have realistic goals for an example for America, and there's no way America could become a big communal country. There's no way. So, at the end of the day, I couldn't set up my own demise to get out of this. I could tell what I wanted without me actually saying. Exciting, let me tell you. A lot more exciting than what's inside here. Hold on. Yep.
Okay.
Well, wait, make sure that, nah, no. Dollars. Give me a pack. My little lady gets
sure?
here. My old lady gets here, she'll bring my money and we'll be
Okay,
good to go.
okay.
She'll be here shortly. Probably by daybreak, she'll be here.
Good, good.
So, I done had that arranged.
Say hi for all of us.
I will do.
You got a good family, Red.
Yes, sir.
Glad I
Yes,
got to
sir.
meet him.
Yes, sir.
Take them to Venice Beach before you go.
Well, I don't think Jacob's coming, and as soon as she we're making us a trip across the country.
Cool.
So, you're gonna need some camo for your hunting trip, man. Ernesto. Yeah, right on bed. I gotta take my sweater. Can't leave it behind. Let's see here. No. This is Preacher John's. There you go, brother. That's Preacher's. Let's see here. Oh no. Got a few things for his. Might be in trouble here. Let me see. Oh, here we go. You'll need that to work on your bow. There's some extra tips. They're all 100 grain.
Thank
you. Share. Share. Yeah.
Share it.
Come and get it.
Share.
I'm playing chess for him.
I don't know who may want this, but it's small. It'll keep you warm.
Just to breathe.
I think that would only fit
Bricino, the edition
Bricino.
that was called.
Keep you warm. Let's see. I know y'all didn't like Dave too much, but here's some of Dave's clothes. Let's see. There's several useful items in here.
You want your crate? You want your crate, don't you? This is the hillbilly yard sale.
There's some good stuff in there.
Several useful items.
Squabble before it. And I'm out.
Right, grab that jacket.
Grab your jacket.
Yeah, take your coat.
Get your jacket.
That's a good coat.
Here, I mean, help you carry your bow.
It's an amazing coat.
What about your fishing rod?
Fishing rod, all that
That's
stays.
all you're really gonna take.
Y'all gonna need that jacket more than I am. Somebody will.
You gotta take that jacket.
Oh, I gotta take that jacket.
That jacket.
Makes you look more
Oh,
dramatic.
huh?
Take it, because we're just auctioning.
Hey, y'all don't remember? Y'all don't remember? I only got like a couple pairs of pants and shirts in the big box. So where's all that other stuff? It's waiting for me out there. So keep all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'll wear these
Keep
pants
it
with
all.
pride, Red.
Huh?
I'm gonna wear your pants.
Yeah, I don't know who can wear them, but.
Bree's the only option.
Bree's the only one. So, sure.
One of her hips in that.
Sure. Don't know what to do on the wine deal. There's some fishing twine in there. There's some matches. So, oh, I've got to have pictures.
You need to have that too.
Yeah.
In case you don't want to come back, you need to be
Yeah, right. Like I'm ever coming back to you. Right now. Not coming back. Oh,
tell you what,
this.
y'all better get it.
Just Griffin, but. It's just, it's. Other than there's freezer. Let me check this box here real quick. I know I'm leaving y'all with a mess, but.
It'll be interesting to go through.
We're gonna find some all kinds.
I don't know where. When you're teaching the girls how to shoot the bow so they don't snap their arms. There's all kinds of canned goods in here.
I mean, he really has like a storage room.
In studio apartment.
But I still do encourage you all to figure out a way to give out individual freedoms to each other. Because without individual freedoms, you're still going to be going down the same battle that you're going on right now. You know what I'm saying? So, and really, it's not going to hurt if you got a little bit of room, a little space, a little freedom. Communal living's tough. Without individual freedoms, you're never going to get anywhere. All right, that's
We
it.
won't let you
We're
down,
out of here.
Red.
Don't let me down.
When you get to the gate, can you give a howl?
Later.
I can give a howl right now.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Yeah, man.
Tell Jacob and the lady I said hi.
Will do, will do. Young got the woman in the
It's hard.
You know that?
It is.
We've been through a lot.
Young
No
got
matter
the
what
woman in the
happens, whoever goes, it's going to be hard.
Matter of minutes. Yeah.
I see.
Big one, sir.
Smoke a bowl.
All the way down to the bottom.
Barn's over.
Will do, brother, will do, brother.
I want to see you
I know.
grow.
Keep an eye out so I can make you a pipe. We got something. Make it happen. I gotta send you some glass.
Yep.
Be genuine.
I'll make it happen. I'll get producers to get it to you.
I want to see the charge, of course.
I'll give you
Right.
Show me.
You
got a month,
you
okay?
put red in it.
You know this.
You got a month. Show me.
Brother, be good. Take care of the animals.
There you go. I want to see you grow.
I'll ring the bell for you.
Don't ring the bell. Ring it.
He's happy to pasture people. Happy. What?
Man, boy, I tell you.
Bye, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Wasn't there to push a bell.
I got still in my world of painting. I was like, what are we doing?
It's not today. It's supposed to be tomorrow.
I know. It's supposed to be tomorrow, but I totally
Is
forgot
that a
about
turd?
it.
Whose turd is that?
Is that a turd?
I know, yeah.
What is that?
So I totally forgot about it.
Oh, that's the poop that I'm saying.
We need to do it tonight. I'm like, do what? Vote off.
You think I'm playing? You think I'm playing?
Yeah.
Tonight, that thing's gonna miraculously show up by.
I mean, it's just like.
You should put it in the toilet.
We can do something with that poop.
Was that the one that almost hit you?
Yeah.
We're gonna
That was not bomb that
We're
almost hit me,
gonna,
dude.
we should
Yeah. 15 minutes early.
Or make soap out of it.
Did they see it?
Or sew it over. Get some wood blocks and soap.
I don't even know what happened over there.
Put one of those
Project.
stickers,
If I probably
smoke a
knew what was
latte
going
next to
on,
it.
I probably would have had a different outlook.
You would have. Oops, sorry.
corral in the
And I
table.
figured, but I wasn't. No, I never got that information.
You'll figure it out when I tell you.
Well, it just happened. It's hard. You can't be everywhere.
Well, I was focused on making sure they had a good time. I think they did. I told them they could come back for the Halloween party.
Tell us about it.
that.
Were they together?
I want some matches.
Everybody picks up. I know this is gonna happen.
Everybody just walks over there like,
Well, that's a lot of body wash.
Taylor, time to eat.
They're identical.
No.
They are.
You weren't lying.
It's time to eat, Taylor.
Yeah.
He gone.
He gone.
I'm gonna miss Red's great, but geez. That was nice of him.